just moving around a lot, it might frustrate Tom. So first, second, third round, maybe Tom can't find Ciryl Gane, so I think it's going to be a different fight. We'll see.
While I'm still actively fighting, no chance. You couldn't pay me enough money to do it. 100% committed to my craft, 100%.
A beautiful matchup. It's going to be a beautiful matchup. You're going to have his tactic, I'm going to have mine. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm really excited about this challenge.
Cardio for days. For my style,
yeah.
He's a nightmare.
Alex Pereira believes Tom Aspinall is walking into a stylistic nightmare at UFC 321, warning that Ciryl Gane's movement and patience could frustrate the heavyweight champion like never before.
That's the biggest problem with Tom, because as dominant as he has been, he hasn't necessarily hit that point where people go, I got to fight this dude.
It's one of the most unpredictable heavyweight matchups of the year. Two of the most athletic big men in the sport are about to clash for the undisputed title, and even fighters watching from the sidelines can't seem to agree on who's taking this one home.
He's good, and I think he brings a whole new challenge that I've not really had before. The same that I have with him. He's just like, his style is different to a lot of heavyweights. He moves really well.
Yeah.
He's nimble, super fit, super athletic. We're both going to be in a stage where I think to get to him, we both need to be pretty exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's not something that I've really had to deal with too much before. A lot of heavyweights quite slow and ploddy. He isn't like that at all. So I think we both need to, I need to be super, super fit.
Meanwhile, Alexander Volkov, a man who's actually shared the cage with both Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, broke down what makes this fight so fascinating and so difficult to call. Volkov didn't sugarcoat it. He believes this one is a coin toss. A straight-up 50-50 fight. Both fighters in his eyes bring elite skill sets. He said, both of them are good. Ciryl Gane is really good with his movement, with his legs and everything. He's not so bad at grappling now. He started working a lot on his grappling and his ground skills, so I think it's 50-50. Still, Volkov can't ignore what he saw firsthand. He has fought them both. He's felt their pressure, and in his view, Aspinall carries that extra edge, something that can't be measured by statistics. Volkov says it'll all depend on how the fight starts and who sets the tone early. He said, it depends on how the fight starts. Both of them will be prepared for this fight. I saw that Gane will be motivated a lot for this fight to get the build. It's a 50-50, but on paper, when I fought both of them, Tom Aspinall looks better. But in the fight, it could go either way. That's a bold statement, coming from someone who knows both men inside the octagon, but he's not alone. Others in the MMA world are chiming in with their own takes, and not everyone agrees.
Tom Aspinall is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. What's the first step for him?
You give him the one contender, Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane is somebody that's a big heavyweight, that's very agile. I don't think Tom Aspinall gets rid of him right away like he has with other people. And I think that'll be a big indication if John Jones wants to come back and reclaim that bout once again.
I think you're absolutely right. Fight that makes sense.
One man who's backing Ciryl Gane in this fight is none other than Alex Pereira, the UFC's light heavyweight and middleweight destroyer. He explained that Aspinall's previous opponents were mostly aggressive brawlers, guys who came forward and gave him openings to land his clean technical shots. But Gane, he's not like that at all. He believes the first few rounds could frustrate the bred as Gane dances around, picking his shots and refusing to engage in wild exchanges.
It's a tough fight, Tom is a complete fighter, but I do feel like he's fought a lot of aggressive guys, and I think Gane is a guy who's going to do a lot of movement. He's going to be a little more cautious and just moving around a lot. It might frustrate Tom, so first, second, third round, maybe Tom can't find Ciryl Gane, so I think it's going to be a different fight. We'll see.
While the experts debate who looks sharper, Tom Aspinall himself isn't shy about making headlines before the fight. Speaking ahead of UFC 321, Aspinall said there is no amount of money in the world that could distract him from fighting. He pointed directly at Gane's decision to star in a French Netflix film called KO, something Aspinall sees as proof that Gane's priorities aren't the same as his.
I wouldn't do a Netflix documentary for $50 million. While I'm still actively fighting. No chance. You couldn't pay me enough money to do it.
Aspinall made it clear, even if someone offered him $50 million, he wouldn't take time off from MMA to act in a documentary. He said he's fully focused on his craft, completely dedicated to perfecting every aspect of his game. To him, the idea of mixing Hollywood lights with octagon fights just doesn't make sense. He's in it for a legacy, not for the cameras.
No chance. You couldn't pay me enough money to do it. 100% committed to my craft, 100%.
On the other hand, Ciryl Gane doesn't seem rattled by any of it. In fact, he believes he's more prepared than ever for this opportunity. The Frenchman knows what it's like to be under those bright lights. Speaking with UFC on TNT Sports, Gane opened up about what he learned from those losses. He explained that the pressure that comes with fighting for a world title, the media, the fans, the weight of expectations, used to overwhelm him.
What did you learn from your past experiences fighting for the championship against Francis and against John?
At first, I think all of that, you see, the conference, the media, everything it's heavy for the fighter. And I remember against Francis, it was so heavy. It was not easy. And yeah, this is a good exercise because you must be prepared for that. This has had a little bit more pressure for the storytelling, everything. And yeah, I remember for John Jones it was easier, so I'm sure for the next one it's going to be easy.
Against Francis, he said it was almost unbearable. The interviews, the cameras, the endless attention, it all piled up. He admits that it affected him mentally, but when he fought John Jones, things felt different. He was calmer, more experienced, and knew how to handle the spotlight.
Have you found the last 2 years in particular frustrating with the UFC? It felt like the heavyweight division was on hold with John being out and what have you. Have you felt it frustrating yourself?
Not too much, but yeah, for sure. The division was a little bit on the stop, and now the situation is better, and that's why we got to fight with Tom. And no, I was not frustrated. I got my experience. I did already 1 year without fight because of the COVID, because the people canceled the fight. We stay every time we stay focused. We stay professional.
Now heading into UFC 321, Gane says those experiences have hardened him. The pressure no longer feels like pressure, it feels familiar. He's confident that this time the moment won't shake him. He believes that the lessons from those tough nights have prepared him for exactly this. Another shot at gold, but with a clearer head and a sharper focus.
And we trust to the work of the UFC, and we're just waiting at the gym, keep training, and this is exactly what we did.
What are the challenges that you see in fighting Tom Aspinall?
Tom Aspinall is a new generation. He's a tough guy, he's a really good fighter, well-rounded. So yeah, he's a good fighter. I'm also a good fighter, so it's going to be a beautiful matchup. It's going to be a beautiful matchup. He's going to have his tactic, I'm going to have mine. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm really excited about this challenge.
And that's what makes this matchup so intriguing. Aspinall's mindset is that of a man who refuses distractions. Gane's mindset is that of a man who's learned to live with them.
So surgery is everywhere, every time around us. So no release Tom Aspinall. You're gonna come in back stronger, really, my man.
Yeah, cool message, Ciryl.
No, that's okay, because sometimes it's not easy. He was in a good run. He was in a good run, so I can understand the feeling, you see.
It's nice when fighters can send nice, good messages to each other instead of always talking shit.
We have the same job. Yeah. This is a job. For me, really, it's a job. We have the same job. We have the same.
The champ is here.
Two completely different paths, both leading to the same cage. Tom Aspinall's confidence, though, doesn't come off as arrogance. He respects his opponents, and he's honest about his own limitations. In a recent podcast appearance, Aspinall was asked if there is any fighter, past or present, that he believes he simply couldn't beat. Without hesitation, he answered, Daniel Cormier.
Is there any fighter, like current or retired, in your weight class or not, in the UFC, that you were like, I would definitely lose to that guy?
Yeah.
Really?
You know DC, Daniel Cormier?
Yeah.
Peak DC
Yeah.
has the worst style for me ever. He's like short guy who just keeps walking forward, can knock you out, can take you down. He's got like cardio for days. For my style,
Yeah.
he's a nightmare.
He described Cormier's style as his worst nightmare matchup. Short, explosive, constantly switching between punches and takedowns. A puzzle that he admits would be extremely hard for him to solve. Aspinall even said that he has told Cormier this to his face. He respects how DC combined elite wrestling with relentless pressure and endless cardio. In his words, peak DC was unreal.
That's the biggest problem with Tom, because as dominant as he has been, he hasn't necessarily hit that point where people go, I got to fight this dude, because I know that the value in a victory is so great that I'm willing to take the chance.
It's rare to hear a reigning champion admit that someone from a previous era might have his number, but that's exactly what makes Aspinall likable. He's brutally honest, and that honesty shows up in the way he trains, the way he speaks, and the way he approaches fights like this. For Aspinall, UFC 321 isn't just another defense, it's a chance to prove that focus and discipline can still dominate in a sport filled with distractions. For Gane, it's redemption, a chance to fully turn those hard lessons into gold. The question now is simple: who handles the moment better? The man who says he wouldn't take $50 million to film a movie, or the man who's learned to thrive under the lights? And Alexander Volkov's take might end up being the most accurate, because in reality, it truly feels like a 50-50. Both men have the skill, the heart, and the drive, but when a veteran like Alex says Gane will frustrate Tom, people listen. And right now, that nod of confidence belongs to Gane. Still, if MMA has taught us anything, it's that looks don't always decide outcomes. Ciryl Gane is the movement, the experience, and now, the calmness that only comes from failure and growth. Aspinall has the momentum, the hunger, and the unwavering focus that comes from total dedication. UFC 321 is shaping up to be more than a fight. It's a clash of philosophies. One man focused only on fighting, the other on mastering balance. And when that cage door closes, we'll find out which mindset truly rules the heavyweight division. Because no matter what happens, this isn't just about who's stronger or faster, it's about who handles the moment better. And all of it leads to one night in Abu Dhabi where the world will finally get its answer. And if Alex's instincts are right, Ciryl Gane might just prove why he poses a real threat for Tom Aspinall. Whether Ciryl Gane's slick movement can really shut down Tom Aspinall's power, or the Brit once again proves why he's the most dangerous heavyweight alive, one thing's certain, UFC 321 is going to be chaos. For more fight breakdowns, drama, and all things combat sports, like, comment, share, and subscribe, where every fight tells a story.